Hey guys, I wanted to quickly talk about special types of lines. You are going to be doing a Go Math page at the end of this video, just covering these different types of lines and knowing how to identify them. And before you can identify them, we should probably talk about what they are. So we're talking about intersecting lines, perpendicular lines, and parallel lines. So let's quickly talk about what those are. So parallel lines, they are lines that are always the same distance apart and they will never meet. So if you look at these lines here, these like aqua blue colored lines, the three of them are just keep going from left to right. These are line segments because you can see that they end, but they are not touching. This one is right on top of this one and is right on top of this one. They are the same distance apart, but they're never going to cross each other. There's never going to be a part where they make an X or they just touch each other. They're just going to keep on going. Same with these green ones. You can see they're going straight up and down. They're not touching each other. These purple ones aren't touching. All of these different colored ones, they're the same distance apart and they're never going to touch. They are parallel. The way I think of like parallel, if you think of a road, where there are two roads, one is going one direction, say one's going north, one is going south, those are never going to cross. They're just going to keep on going and never touch each other. Those are parallel. And I always, the way I personally remember parallel is I look at the two L's in the word parallel, and you can see they're the same distance apart and they're not touching each other. They just go and they're not ever going to cross. Then we have intersecting lines. Intersecting lines are lines that meet or cross each other at one point. So they're not going to meet at multiple points, they just meet together at one little point. So you can see this green line and this purple line meet together right here at this point. They intersect. And I think of like an intersection if you think of two roads that meet together, and that's where you have your stoplights and where cars are stopping and letting each other go at different times. Those roads intersect. They are intersecting lines, intersecting roads. So it's different than a parallel line, which never touches. The intersecting line meets together. And the final line we have is a perpendicular line. Now, perpendicular lines are lines that intersect. So they're examples of an intersecting line. However, they cross each other at a right angle. So when the lines meet each other, they meet at a perfect right angle where you could make a little box there. Remember we learned about different angles. Intersecting lines either have acute angles, you can see here is an acute angle, or an obtuse angle right here, bigger than 90 degrees. But perpendicular lines meet at a perfect 90 degrees. So those are the three types of special lines that we will learn about.